people getting scammed. Let's talk about it.
Hey, these are iPhone 15s?
Yeah, they're 15s, bro.
Okay, can I see it?
Yeah. He has one in his hand, but you grab one.
We seen the last ones that came with SIM trays. Where'd you get those? Because the ones in the States, they don't have SIM trays. It's only
I have a distributor.
And usually the phones don't come with this.
Yeah, I have a distributor. Like I told him, I run a wholesale business, so I have an outside, like outsource.
And open it, the screen, you could tell right away that's an XR. That's an iPhone XR. That's not a 15.
They're 15s, brother. So
You got my little brother for $1,200 yesterday.
he wanted them, brother. He checked them out, and everything was chill. So
They're XRs. They're not iPhone 15s.
that's what I get, bro.
Okay, so he needs his money back.
I don't have his money right now, bro. You serious right now?
What?
You serious right now?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Yo, back the fuck up. Give me the phone.
What?
Back the fuck.
Back up for what? You're not taking off. You're not taking off. You're not taking off. We need the money. We need all the money, homie.
How much was it?
$1,200.
I'm taking care of it.
$1,200. Right now. Right now.
Didn't even...
Get in the car. Get in the car.
Put the burner to
Nah, I'm not gonna get in my car.
Yo,
We need that money, homie. Nah.
Don't fucking crash my car, bro. If you crash my car, it's another car.
Hey. So you give it up right now. Give him all of his money. How much did you give him?
We didn't count it. We
Because-
hit him before.
That's how much respect you got from my little brother? You didn't even count it? He wants $1,200.
That's just what we had on.
Well, that, yeah, I was just paying whatever happened. So, you know,
Happened.
you did it for no reason, brother. Come on.
No reason. You got $1,200 from my little brother.
Bro, I was just trying to take care of it with you.
Take care of it with the full amount, and that's it. So Zelle, you guys got Zelle?
the old Facebook marketplace scammers. I have come into a few instances with the good old boys from Facebook Marketplace. Actually, one of them was super sketchy. I went to go look at a car with a buddy of mine. He's like, hey man, it's not in the best area of St. Louis. Already red flags. And I was like, yeah, sure, man. Like, let's go take a look. So we go up there, we take a look at this car, and we're in the hood. We are. Like, two white boys, and, you know, we were fresh out of high school, not in the best part of St. Louis. Just, you know when you're driving down a certain area or like a road and you're like, I'm not welcome here? That's where we were at. Anyways, my buddy, I told him, I was like, bro, we just need to leave. Like, this is not good. This car is a hunk of junk. And my buddy, he went ahead and purchased the car and ended up having shit go wrong with it on the drive home. And I'm driving his car back home. I was like, oh, this is a disaster. So first off, beware when you're buying anything on Facebook Marketplace. One, for your safety, but also two, make sure you understand exactly what you're getting whenever you purchase the item. But guys, what we're talking about today is something that's actually been on the rise a lot as of recently, and that is people getting scammed. And to back that up with data, there's an article here from Business Week. It says, it's a good time to be a scammer in America. It says, it's no secret that the digital age has been good for scam artists. In the third quarter of 2024, the most recent period for which U.S. government data is available, $2.5 billion was reported lost to fraud, more than tripling since the first quarter of 2020. And they said the biggest increase and the largest loss for the ways people are getting scammed is through social media. Scary, people.
All of my money was just stolen. Today I was the victim of phone fraud. Somebody called saying that they were from my bank, from the fraud department of my credit card, that there were fraudulent charges on my card. He verified them, asked me if I did them, and I said no, and then he said, okay, I'm gonna cancel your card right away, like, I'm gonna help you out, don't worry about it. He somehow already had access to, like, see my transactions on that card, so he went through, like, the most recent ones, and asked me, like, is this legitimate? Is this legitimate? I was like, yes, 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 like, that I know, that I know. And then he somehow got access to, I didn't give him any passwords, nothing. He, like, already had stuff. He just asked me for, like, normal verification questions. And he was somehow able to access my account, and he wiped my checking and my savings clean. I've reported it to BMO fraud, and I'm going to the police station now to report it as well. Just be so careful when people call you. Please, just be careful.
So I just got an email, which was actually the reasoning for the thought of this video. And I got an email from my bank that I bank with here locally, and they said, hey, fraud is on the rise. This scam actually in particular that she's talking about is what my bank notified me about. And they said there are people who will be calling. They think they're trying to act like they are actual employees from the bank, and then they have access to certain documents or information that may sound like they're legitimate. You know, they're, also well-spoken individuals. They're not, you can tell they're not from some other country or whatever. Like, it's a legit scam that's happening a lot right now and is on the rise. So I kind of wanted to take this as a moment to entertain, because that last clip was a little wild, the car chase or whatever the hell it was. But two, to bring awareness to all of you viewers out there that scams are alive and well, right? And this is something that's been happening for, hundreds of years. But with the increase of technology, social media, especially crypto, we're going to talk about that too later on in the video. But the one thing I want to talk about in this video is to say, hey, you have to be careful. Do not trust any phone call you get. If you want to be mean to them, hang up and call your bank directly to the direct number, your direct line of business, or your direct line of contact of whoever you have at the bank. I just had a conversation with my mom and dad last night. I was like, guys, listen, telling them to also tell my grandmas to say, listen, never, ever trust a phone call. If someone is calling you, never trust it. Never give them any information, because you never know who is actually on the other side of that line. When you make the phone call to the bank, to the investment company, whoever it is you're contacting, that's when you know you have a legitimate person on the other side, because you called the number. Now, the other thing to think about here is when you're searching for the customer, service line, make sure you don't click on a sponsored ad. Make sure you don't click on a fake page that may kind of look like your bank or kind of look like an investment firm or whoever you're trying to contact, and then you end up calling somebody who's not even an actual representative of your bank. Yes, it sounds crazy, it sounds a lot, but that's why you have to make sure you do your due diligence anytime you're operating with your money. It sounds like a lot, but it's unfortunately the hoops we have to jump through now.
So I've received several of these text messages telling me I owe $6.99 to Massachusetts Easy Pass. Since I rarely drive there, I was suspicious. When I asked the newsroom if anybody else had received these messages, almost everybody's hands went up. On its website, Massachusetts Easy Pass warns the overdue toll message is a scam, and it's happening across the country. Criminals posing as tolling authorities in Washington State, California, Colorado, Texas, Florida, Minnesota, Virginia, Connecticut, probably every state, and other countries too. When Glenn DeArmond got the message, he clicked on the link.
It was awfully odd that I got a reminder that I owe $6.99.
Cybersecurity pros say the scam software was built in China and sold to criminal gangs around the world.
What they really want is that one-time code from your bank so they can enroll your stolen credit card in Apple Pay or Google Pay.
The California Attorney General with this warning: the scam is designed to deceive drivers into entering banking or credit card information into a website. Called a smishing scheme using SMS messaging, cyber pros say it's the latest twist to a scam telling Americans they owe money for a postal delivery. The expert advice: be suspicious of any message from a tolling agency. Call the agency's published number if you're not sure, and never click on the link or accept a one-time code that could open your bank account.
If you are unfortunate enough to have been phished for your debit card payment information, that could be especially hard for you.
That could wipe you out.
Absolutely.
And most importantly, warn your family and friends. Lester?
All right, Tom, thanks.
Yo, it is so It's insane. I mean, the different amount of stuff that can go on in today's age. Like, I mean, anytime I get an email or I get a text message from something like that, I personally never just click on the link and then go log in to whatever, even if I know it's legit. Every single time I tell my wife this, I tell my parents, everyone, I tell the same thing. I'm like, listen, if I get a reminder email, hey, go make your gas bill payment or go make your whatever it is, and then you just click on the link and it takes you to that address, it probably is going to take you to that direct site, but I still don't trust it. So what I'll do is I have tabs, on my bookmark. I'll go up to my computer, I click on it, or I just, I'll Google search the actual link and I know what to look for, or I'll type in the exact address and I make sure I'm clicking on the right links. That way it's not something that's sent to me that could have been a scam that I clicked on, I input my information, and then now they have access to my information and they're going to steal my freaking money that I have sitting in my account. That's also another thing why I like credit cards, is because there is a part of protection behind that, right? When you pay anything with a credit card, there are some sort of protections to where if you use your debit card, you're instantly giving access to your checking account. Now, that's also another reason why I don't like to keep a lot of money in my checking account, is because of, if somehow I do get scammed or somehow my account gets hacked or whatever it is, people won't have access to that much of my cash. I keep just enough in my checking account to cover my bills, to pay my bills, and maybe have a little bit of extra to pull some cash out whenever the wife and I are going out around town or whatever it may be.
I feel really stupid over what just happened. I got scammed out of all my crypto, over 5,000 euro worth. But if this helps at least one person, not to do the same what I did, I think that would be a consolation. All my Bitcoin gone. But yeah, so my the official text message thread that I had with Binance since the day I opened Binance got intercepted. And it was official, it was good until last week. A scammer got in and basically was grooming me for a few days now. Anyway, I ended up calling the number because they said there was suspicious activity, and one thing led to the other. He helped me enter into my Trust wallet. He told me my Trust wallet, where I keep all my crypto, was under risk, and he said we should open a new Trust wallet, and proceeded to send me a seed phrase, which is when my spidey senses went off. And I didn't listen to that inner voice that told me, be careful. I'm speaking to an official number. How could this be a scam? This is definitely, not a scammer. And I ignored my inner voice, and I ignored also the voice of my boyfriend. It was inside. I had him in my head. He's a crypto whiz. He knows everything to do with crypto. He was also scammed at one stage in the past, so he's very cautious, and he's always been telling me, be careful, Alina. But I ignored those two voices in my head, and I listened to this official voice. So guys, never do that. Never ignore your inner voice. Ignore when the spidey senses come, there's something to it. And number two, even official communication with a platform could be intercepted, and they can scam you out of your crypto.
Oh, yeah, guys. I mean, if your gut is telling you something's off, I would always listen to my gut. Always. Like, that's, you hate seeing that. You really do. And then the other thing that I want to, keep in mind to you guys out there is watch out for comments on, when you're watching, these videos, right? I mean, it used to be really bad back in, 2020, 2021, or also on Instagram. So, people who would comment on my content. So, if you're watching my video and you comment below, which, by the way, real quick announcement here. I don't ever really say this, but if you watch the videos and you guys aren't subscribed, I looked at my analytics the other day and it said 85% of you guys watch the videos but don't subscribe. If you enjoy the content and you're watching it, do me a favor and just hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel. It does. So if you're watching and you enjoy it, just do me a favor and hit the subscribe. I appreciate it. But anyways, what I was getting at is when you comment on a video of mine or, you know, an Instagram post or whatever it is, there will be people who will either, one, act like it's me. There used to be a real bad problem with like fake pages, fake YouTube channels, and it would be my profile picture. There'd be my name, but like one thing would be spelled different, or it was just a weird thing. And then they would say, hey, email me, we'll get stuff set up, you can start investing with me, whatever. Well, I would get messages all the time of people being like, hey, JJ, like, I sent you money, like, what are we doing here? And I was like, no, you guys never sent me anything. So I kept having to make these stories. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know what I'm talking about. This was a real problem like 3 years ago. And unfortunately, I had one message came in that literally almost made me sick. And it was a woman who messaged me, and she's like, hey, JJ, I think I may have been investing with you. I don't know if stuff's getting a little suspicious lately. Just wanted to reach out and kind of see how things were going. And I'm like, you can see our message history. Like, we've never messaged before, you know, since your first, you know, message you sent me about this suspicious activity going on. And she's like, well, I sent these people, like, over $30,000 in crypto. I thought I was investing with you, and I was just like, my stomach dropped. I felt sick, and I couldn't believe that was actually going on. So you guys also have to be aware of when you're watching content and you're leaving comments at any time. I mean, I still see stuff sometimes in the comment sections where I know it's a scam, and I try to block it as best as I can, but I'm at the point now where I can't keep up with all the comments. So you guys have to be careful. Whatever you're doing, from watching content to talking to someone that you think's from your local, you know, your local bank. It's a crazy world we live in right now.
My album, all original. I do reggae and hip hop. Where you from? Where you from?
Sorry, I'm not interested.
What's your name, sir?
I'm Ken.
I'm gonna give you a big autograph, Ken.
All right, sure.
Don't want one.
To Ken, that's my autograph right there, Ken. Thank you, Ken. We don't sell it, Ken. We just ask for a donation for the record, Ken. Thank you. It doesn't matter what you have, Ken.
I'm sorry.
No, I autographed it already. I give you change, whatever you need, bro. Thank you.
I don't want it. I'm fine.
Ken, I need something for the album.
I'm all right. Small tip. Thanks, man.
Small tip. My guys is around.
I mean, I didn't want it.
Come right here. Ken, you gotta come here and you gotta give me a tip. Tip. Yes. This is my band. Thank you, Ken.
A tip, sir. All right, I'm fine.
Ken, pick that up, Ken.
No, pick that shit up.
Yo, that video just pisses me off. So I have walked through those guys before. You know, I've been in New York a few times, and they tried to do the same thing on me, and I didn't even stop. I just do those things where like you keep walking, you're like, no, I'm good, man, I'm good. But then like you see the videos like that, you're like, my gosh, like what the hell is wrong with people? Like that's their jobs. God, man, embarrassing.
Hey y'all, got a little PSA for you. Last week I got a deposit in my banking account from a Zelle transfer from somebody I don't know. It was in the amount of $100. It was weird. I didn't touch it. I thought maybe it'll correct itself. Today I got another message from the same person requesting the money back. Okay, so I was going to send it back, but I decided to stop at the bank first to see if there was a way to send it without it being linked to my personal account. And I went in, I spoke to the gentleman there, and he and I were both getting ready to send the payment when he suggested calling the online frauds department for the bank. And turns out there's another scam going around. What they did was they stole money, $100, from this one account, sent it to me. Somehow they got my Zelle account, sent it to me, and then created a new account with the first account's name and sent me the request to have the money sent back to them. So, I guess now they're stealing from somebody, sending it to me, creating a new account to have me send it back to them. And then what's going to happen is they'll get the $100 back, and then the person who initially got the money stolen from them will report a claim. The bank will see that it came from my account, and then the bank will refund it, and then my account would end up being a negative $100. So if you get any Zelles, I guess any of the platforms I'd be a little weary of, but if you get any requests for from somebody you don't know, contact your bank. before you send anything back, before you do anything, period. Contact your bank and make sure it's legit. Good luck. Keep an eye out, guys.
Jeez almighty. I mean, you're literally not safe anywhere. I mean, I think the biggest takeaway from this video is, one, always be on guard. Always. Anytime you're dealing with your money, if something seems just a little bit out of the ordinary, never follow through. Never. Just, if you have questions, make sure you are on the exact website that is supposed to be. You're calling the correct numbers. Be diligent and be careful, because the last thing you want to have happen is someone scam you out of your money.